As you can see now, the officials are getting ready to start off these games. They are getting into position. We have about 30 seconds left on the clock before we start this game. We already saw two very exciting games. And now we're moving on into the last game. And for this first jam, we have number 32, Loos Licht on the jammer line for the Honeys. And number 001, Bug Off for Golden City. And the jam is on. Both jammers trying to pass. We have Bug Off at the back, Loos Licht at the front. And the first penalty already being called, giving space for Loos Licht to pick up lead. Bug Off still in the pack now, being recycled by Van Minkelen, while Loos Licht is coming for a scoring pass. We can see a star stash happening by Golden City. However, the pivot being in the penalty box. And Loos Licht scoring points. 4 points are already on the board for Loos Licht. And 4 more being picked up right now. There are currently 3 Golden City players in the penalty box, one of whom is the jammer, so this is now a power jam. And 4 more points picked up by Loos Licht there. We can see the Rotterdam wall setting up for offense right here. However, the pivot of Golden City blocking Loos Licht, making this pass a little bit harder for her. But Loos Licht makes it through, picking up 4 more points. Already 16 points scored, and we have a star pass to number 917, Iron Tyrant, who is also the captain of this game for Golden City. Loos Licht picks up a few more points and calls it off. Let's see where those were the full 4 points. So this is a 20-point jam to start this game. Very good start for the Honeys right here. And we are going to move into jam number 2 with Veer Pressure on the line for the Honeys and 508 Slamela Anderson for Golden City. Slamela having a great game before. Now he's going to try to pass this Rotterdam defense, who is so strong. Veer Pressure picked up the lead jammer status and now coming in for a scoring pass. We can see Slamla taking off her cover for a stash, but then passing the wall by herself. Vesper decides to pick up 4 points and then call off the jam. 24 points for the Honeys, 0 still for Golden City. Right now for this next matchup, we have Yaya on the line for the Honeys and number 9 for BB Skate for Golden City. There's a 4-3 pack advantage for Rotterdam right now. And both jammers engaging with the pack, but it's BB Skate who breaks out first. Yaya not far behind though, so this is a race. The walls are setting up. BB Skate hits the wall right in the middle and calls it off, but was it on time? It looks like both teams have scored points in this jam. 1 point for each team, so the first point on the board for Golden City. And we have our next matchup. This is Loos Licht against number 6 Grimjow. All the blockers on the track right now. And we had a false start warning. No penalties given for that though. And Looslicht at the front. Grimjow at the back. But it's Looslicht who breaks out first with lead jammer status. Grimjow now with the cover in hand makes it out with a star stash. Looslicht in her scoring pass. Being recycled by Sam I Slam. 3 points picked up there by Looslicht in this jam. 28 points for the Honeys against 1 point for the Golden City Rollers. Next up, we have Fear Pressure facing off against Bug Off. All the blockers on the track again. Fear Pressure at the front, Bug Off at the back being recycled by Whipping Red Siren. Fear Pressure at the front twirls around the pivot and picks up lead jammer status. Now coming in for their first scoring pass with a juke. Engaging with the wall while Bug Off has Star in hand in the back trying to pass that Rotterdam defense. Now Fear Pressure fighting at the front against the Golden City wall, who seems to be reforming around them quite well. And Bug Off is free. Fear Pressure decides to call off that jam after picking up 4 points, bringing the Rotterdam score to 32 points. And just like that, we're moving into the next jam already. We have Yaya facing off against Slamela Anderson. 4-3 pack advantage for Rotterdam on the track right now. And both jammers are now engaging with the walls. Slamela Anderson tries to take a shirt whip from number 666, that's Diablo, but gets bumped out. We now have Yaya at the front, twirling around that last blocker to pick up lead jammer status. Slamela Anderson being recycled there by Iron Mist. Has to start all the way at the back again, while Yaya comes in for their first scoring pass, picking up 4 points and coming back for more. Penalty being called there on one of the Golden City blockers. Big hits happening there in the pack. We have Yaya on their second scoring pass, and we actually had a power jam right now for Rotterdam. Seems like the star pass that was in attempt did not happen successfully. So Slamela Anderson is still the jammer. And Diablo's just holding on to that cap for her teammates. 4 more points picked up there by Yaya. This is already a 12-point jam. And now the jammer being released. See an attempt of a pass. A possible star pass happening, but no. It's actually Slamela Anderson herself who makes it out of her initial pass. Yaya picks up 4 more points and decides to call off the jam. Scoring 16 points in total on that jam. Really great jam there for Rotterdam. Rotterdam being quite dominant here in these first minutes of the game. Let's see how the rest of the game is going to evolve. We now have number 9 for BB Skate for Golden City against Looslicht for the Honeys. Ooh, BB Skate making use of her stature to duck under the wall. Not lead jammer. Lead jammer status actually belongs to Looslicht, but it's BB Skate in the front So Looslicht decides to call off that jam before BB Skate can pick up any points. Very smart and strategic move there. So 0-0 on that last jam. We now have Grimjow facing off against Fear Pressure on the jammer line. All the blockers on the track right now. Golden City setting up in the back and Rotterdam setting up a little bit in between them. And it works out. Fear Pressure picking up lead. Grimjow now with the star in hand being recycled there by Gillyweed. Still in the back behind that wall while Fear Pressure is in their scoring pass. And it looks like a jammer penalty was picked up there by Rotterdam. So this is now a power jam for Grimjow. And since she took off the star, this is now a 2-minute jam. Don't you just love that when you're the jammer and you just know it's going to be 2 minutes? There's no chance of calling it off. You're gonna have to keep going. And she does. Initial pass complete for Grimjow. However, Fear Pressure already returned to the track. Great penalty kill there by Rotterdam. And Fear Pressure making it through the middle, picking up 4 points. Grimjow now also making it out of the pack, picking up 4 points. Fear Pressure already back in the pack. Trying to pass through the middle and being successful. 4 more points on the boards. Grimjow, lovely job staying in bounds there on the outside. Also picking up 4. Fear Pressure on the outside, cuts through the middle. Both of these jammers really making quick work of those passes, raking up points for their team. Grimjow deciding to take the outside, getting bumped out there by Iron Mist. And the jam comes to its natural conclusion. Very nice jam. Give it up for both teams. And Rotterdam using a new jammer in the rotation right now. That's number 5, Bremer, taking the star for this jam against BB Skate, I believe. Oh no, that is Bug Off on the line. Bremer, of course, not being a stranger to jamming. A jammer turned blocker who still occasionally jams and doing a great job at it, picking up lead jammer status right here. We have a really big recycle there by Exterminate for Bug Off, who now has the star in hand. Another bump out and recycle by Exterminate. I know that that's what she likes to do best. Bremer also being recycled now by number 012, that's Bully Beef. And 4 points picked up there by Bremer. Now coming back for another pass. And an apex jump there. Successful apex jump by Bremer. Bug Off now also out of the pack, completing her initial pass. And the jam gets called off before any points could be scored by Golden City. Big jam there, 12 points scored by the Honeys. 72 now against 10 points from Golden City. And for this next jam, we have Slamela Anderson facing off against Yaya. 4-3 pack advantage for Rotterdam. And a big recycle there by Cherry Bomb. Meanwhile, Yaya picking up lead jammer status and now coming in for their first scoring pass. Slamela Anderson still fighting there at the front. Makes it out for her initial. Yaya decides to call off the jam. 4 points picked up in total in that jam. And now we have Low Slift facing off against BB Skates. We have a 4-3 pack advantage now for Golden City. Let's see if they can capitalize on that blocker advantage on the track. However, it seems that Lowslift picked up lead jammer status, but BB Skate is actually in front of her. Got out at around the same time. So the jam gets called off before any of the jammers can score any points. Strategic call off there. And now we move into the next jam, still with a 4-3 pack advantage for Golden City. We have Grimjow against Peer Pressure. On the 5 seconds, you could see Rotterdam kind of changing their position on the jam start there. Let's see if it works out in their favor. Seems like Grimjow passed there on the outside, but didn't pick up lead. Peer Pressure in the front, sees Grimjow right behind them and decides to play it safe, call it off. 0-0 on that jam. We also see our lovely volunteers working on that track, making sure that the rope keeps being covered with tape, keeping our players safe. Very important job. And it is Bugga facing off against Yaya in this jam. 4-on-4 with the blocker formations. Everybody on track. And it's Yaya who makes it out first, picking up lead jammer status right here. Recycled there by Exterminate the jammer. Bugga now with the star in hand. Tries to leap over that inside corner, but gets bumped out and has to reset. Simultaneously, Yaya also being recycled there by 012 Bully Beef. Sees that there has been a star pass to 917 Iron Tired and calls off the jam. Seems like no points are being added on the board. So this was also 1 point there scored by Yaya. So 77 is the score now for Rotterdam and 10 points for Golden City Rollers. Slamela Anderson facing off against Loos Licht there. Loos Licht pushing at the front. You can hear the officials, no pack being called. Something needs to happen. And that will result in a penalty for a Golden City blocker. So advantage now for Rotterdam. Loos Licht picks up lead. Slamla still in the back behind that tripod from Rotterdam. Seems like there was an attempt on a star pass, or already a star pass being done actually. Meaning that number 666 Diablo is now the jammer for Golden City. Being recycled there by Cherry Bomb, while Loos Lift is picking up points. 4 more points added there. It's already an 8-point jam. Diablo, now the jammer, tries to pass, but gets hit out and recycled by Iron Mist. Loos Lift pushing in the front against that Golden City tripod, but they're holding solid. Very solid blocking there. Still at the front, want to beat that semi-slam, but Looslicht makes it through. 4 more points. 12 points already picked up, and it looked like she's coming back for more. Hitting that tripod in the front again, while Diablo's facing off at the tripod in the back. Solid defense. Really tough walls right now for the Jammers. Penalty being called, freeing up space there for Looslicht to pick up 4 more points. Diablo in the back. Getting recycled there. And that's the end of the jam. So that was a very big jam there for Rotterdam. 16 points being added. And we have an official review requested by Rotterdam. I'm gonna go in the middle to see what this is all about. All right, so that official review has come to an end. The white team requested a cut track penalty on the pivot turned jammer, and the refs deliberated and decided that they were right. So the cut call has been awarded. Team Rotterdam will retain their official review, and this is now a power jam for Fear Pressure, who picks up lead jammer status. Now coming in for their first scoring pass, you can see the offense being done there by Rotterdam. However, Golden City Wall quick to catch on to what is happening. Able to hold Fear Pressure for a second, but now they are already done with their first scoring pass, picking up 4 points, coming in for more. And on that second scoring pass, we see a star stash actually by Diablo being successful as she makes it out of the pack on her initial. Ooh, big spill there at the end of the jam. However, Diablo able to get up on her own. Everything fine. 4 points picked up there. 8 points in total for the Heinies, bringing their score to 101 points against 10 points from Golden City. Very big score differential, but you don't really see that in the gameplay. I feel like both teams are having successes and both teams are having struggles. So still a very exciting game. Right now we have Looslicht as lead jammer and BB Skate behind. Not that far behind. Looslicht picking up some points and calling it off, but was it in time? No, actually, 1 point stolen there by BB Skate. 4 points picked up by Rotterdam. A 4-1 jam there. But that's points for Golden City. Cheer on Golden City, everyone. Next up, we have Van Minkelen, also in this game new to the jammer rotation for Rotterdam against number 6 Grimjow for Golden City. Van Minkelen picked up lead status. Grimjow in the back, star in hand. On the line, on that inside, passes the Rotterdam wall, completing her initial pass. Van Minkelen now in her scoring pass. Picking up points and calling it off before Grimjow can pick up any points. Looks like 2 points have been picked up there by Rotterdam. And we have a timeout for the Golden City Rollers. So let's use this timeout to cheer for our favorite teams. Who here is cheering for Rotterdam Roller Derby? All right. And are there also some people cheering for the Golden City Rollers? Very good, very good. They came from very far to play some really cool roller derby here. And are there also people cheering for the officials? That's awesome. That's great. We love to hear it. And seems like we now have an official review for Golden City. So I'm going to go to the middle again to figure out what that's all about. And I'll be back with more information later. All right. So Golden City requested a high block penalty on the white jammer, but the no call stands and the official review is not retained. So we will continue gameplay here with Fear Pressure for Rotterdam. And that is Bogov with a very quick lead. Beautiful hop there on the inside for Golden City. Now coming in for a scoring pass on the inside again. Beautiful move. Picking up all 4 points, but 2 points stolen there by Fear Pressure, who was also coming in with speed. So 4 points for Golden City, 2 points for Rotterdam. Bringing the score to 109 points for Rotterdam Roller Derby and 15 points for Golden City. Now we have BB Skate facing up against Looslicht there on the jammer line. A 4-3 back advantage for Golden City. And it works out. Beautiful lead there, picked up by BB Skate. Looslicht still in the pack with the star in hand, while BB Skate comes in for her scoring pass, gets bumped out and has to reset, while Looslicht fights at the front with a beautiful side serve, makes it out on her initial. BB Skate gets hit to the ground and calls it off from the ground, but not before picking up 3 more points. Another really good gem for Golden City right there, bringing their score to 18 points now. See a little momentum shift there. Let's see if they can keep it going. We now have Bremer facing off against Grimjow. All the blockers on the track, and it's Bremer at the front, picking up lead jammer. Grimjow still at the back, trying to use her teammates to get past, but the Rotterdam wall's just too strong. We have a recycle there by Gillyweed, and Grimjow now with star in hand. Meanwhile, Bremer picking up 4 points for Rotterdam, coming in for more. On the inside, tries to leap the apex, but gets bumped and recycled there by number 666, Diablo. In the front, we have Grimjow with 1 to beat now, completing her initial. Bremer still in her scoring pass there. 2 to beat there in the front. That was Catalyst with Semi-Slam. However, Bremer already had the full 4 points there in that pass. 8 points scored in total in that jam, and Golden City held scoreless. Next up, we have Bugga for Golden City facing off against Fear Pressure. We have some cheering going on for Golden City. Very good. Yes. Now in the front, Fear Pressure. In the back, Bugga against this wall, just trying to move that Rotterdam tripod, but they are sturdy. Fear Pressure at the front, picking up lead jammer status. Coming in for their scoring pass, and a star pass happening, followed by a big hit there on another teammate. That's number 917 now with the star, that's Iron Tyrants. So Fear Pressure decides to pick up 4 more points and call off that jam, keeping Golden City scoreless. And we have more cheering here for Golden City. Of course, they traveled so far, and now they're playing 2 awesome, hard-hitting games. We have Slamela Anderson in the back, Looslicht with the lead jammer status. And it looks like there has been a star pass to number 666 Diablo for Golden City. Looslicht rolling around on the track, fighting at the front there, and picking up 4 points. Diablo in the back of the pack, pushing against that tripod. But the Rotterdam defense really has proven today to be a force to be reckoned with. And Looslicht makes it out for another 4 more points. And we have another penalty called. It seems like 2 Golden City blockers are now in the penalty box, making it, of course, harder to hold back Looslicht, who picks up 4 more points. Another really big jam for Looslicht. 12 points already picked up, and now she's coming back for more. Diablo still in the back, trying to see what her options are. Another scoring pass there for Looslicht. Only 2 Golden City blockers on the track right now, trying to do defense and offense at the same time, but it's difficult as Looslicht passes for another 4 points. Already picking up 20 points in this jam. Diablo completing her initial pass right now. And Looslicht continues to jam, picks up 3 more points, then sees Diablo coming and calls it off. So that was a 23-point jam there for Rotterdam, bringing their score to 144 points against Golden City Rollers' 18 points. And now we will have BB Skate against Yaya. 3-on-3 blocker formation on the track right now, and beautiful there on that outside line with a little hop and a twirl. BB Skate picks up lead jammer status. Both blockers that were in the penalty box now being released at exactly the same time. And Yaya also completes their initial pass. But as BB Skate is already scoring points, now completed her scoring pass, picks up 4 points and looks at her bench. Do I call it off? But Yaya also already scored 4 points. So now she's going to try to get some more points before calling it off, to still come on top of that jam. And she does. 2 more points being added there for Golden City, bringing their score to 24 points against Rotterdam, 148 points. And it's already halftime. Really quick first half there, and we will be back in around 14 minutes for the second half. All right, and we are now getting ready for the second period of the third game today. Halftime flew by, and now we are going to watch some more awesome derby. We have Looslicht against BB Skates. We have an empty penalty box, and the first jam of the second half is off. We have BB Skate on the outside that gets bumped out, and Looslicht picking up lead at the front with a beautiful spin there on the inside. BB Skate makes it out of her initial pass, and Looslicht comes in for a scoring pass in the corner, picks up some points and calls it off. And it seems like at the end of that jam there was still some contact being made by the Golden City Jammer. So we will now start this next jam with a power start for Fear Pressure. Rotterdam setting up in a very interesting way there on the jammer line, making use of all the corners and then coming together to use offense, peer pressure, picking up lead jammer status. Another setup there for offense by Rotterdam. Peer pressure, making a great use of that offense, picking up 4 points and coming back for more. Now Rotterdam deciding to play a more passive offense because the jammer for Golden City is coming back on track and they need to be ready. BB Skate with the jammer cover in hand gets recycled by Hazy Jane and tiptoes on it inside but is being met with Iron Mist. Peer pressure now on another scoring pass, completes it and picks up 4 more points. 16 points already being put on the board by Fear Pressure in this jam, and BB Skate made it out on her initial. So Fear Pressure decides to hit the pack one more time to pick up 1 more point and then calls off the jam. 17 points scored there by Rotterdam on that jam. Really big jam to open up this half with. Bug off now facing off against Yaya. But now we first will go into an official timeout. A very short official timeout as we are now getting ready for the another jam. Both jammers hit the back. Yaya in the back. Bug off now in the back as Yaya pushes their way to the front. And a hit out and recycled there by Semi Slam, giving enough time for Bug off to pick up lead. Yaya still struggling with that defense, but gives a star pass to Bremer, who we've also seen jam this game. Bogov now in her scoring pass decides to run the jam a little bit longer as Bremer is now also on a scoring pass. So both jammers in scoring position. Bremer makes it out first, picks up 4 points. And Bogov decides to call off the jam, picking up 3 points. So actually this jam is won by Rotterdam Roller Derby, even though they didn't have lead. 4-3 was the score in that last jam. And we can hear some cheering here happening for Golden City. They did put some points on the board in that last jam. So that's good trajectory for them. Now we have Grimjow and Looslicht, and it's Looslicht who breaks out first and picks up lead jammer status. Grimjow now in the back with star in hand. Tries to pass on the inside but gets denied. Looslicht in for a scoring pass. Gets bumped out there and recycled by 0-1-2 Bully Beef. Now is pushing at the back of the pack while a star pass is being done to Diablo. And the crowd goes wild for that beautiful star pass. Looslicht makes it out of the pack, picks up 4 points, and decides to not call it off but pick up more points. We now have Diablo also in scoring position. In the back, pushing at that tripod, who's doing a great job at keeping her stuck behind. Oh, and a friendly fire collision there on the inside line between Suzy Quattro and Diablo. 4 points picked up there by Los Lichts. And Diablo makes it out for 4 points as well. And after picking up an additional 4 points, Looslicht decides that's enough and calls off the jam. 12 points picked up there by Rotterdam, 4 points picked up there by Golden City Rollers. A lot of love here in the crowd for Golden City. We have Slamela Anderson on the line against Peer Pressure. Slamela at the front. Peer Pressure at the back, but breaks through the wall, spins around, and then picks up lead jammer status. Very stylish. Slamela still stuck in the back. Now jammer cover in hand, and it actually has been a star pass. That's a star pass to Iron Tyrants. Meanwhile, Peer Pressure picking up 4 points. And there is a helmet cover on the ground for Golden City. So the cover will need to be retrieved if they want to score some points or make it out. In the meantime, Peer Pressure is just picking up points, slicing through the pack, facing off against that Golden City wall. One more to beat that Catalyst, but they make it out and pick up 4 more points. This is already a 12-point jam for Rotterdam, and they are coming back for more points. Some offense there being done by Monster Mary, but the Golden City defense is holding out strong. Final hit there by Catalyst, but again, Peer Pressure shrugs off the hit and pick up 4 more points. Iron Tyrant still being stuck in the pack, but now has retrieved the helmet cover with the star. Big offense there. And that jam comes to an end. 1 more point picked up there by Peer Pressure. 17-point jam there for Rotterdam. Looks like the score is now 199 points for Rotterdam, 31 points for Golden City. We have Yaya facing off against BB Skates, and it's Yaya who gets out first. BB Skate not far behind though, also making it out of her initial pass. Yaya now coming in for a scoring pass, so you can see the offense happening by Rotterdam, making it easier for Yaya to pick up the points and call off the jam in time to keep Golden City from scoring points. The full 4 points have been picked up in that last jam. And Rotterdam has passed the 200-point mark with 203 points right now. Now we will have Bogov against Looslicht. All the blockers on the track right now. Looslicht taking the outsides. Bogov taking the middle, and it's Looslicht who gets out first. Bogov still fighting at the front, but gets hit out and recycled there by as Terminates. Now facing up against 2 blockers in the back, while Looslicht is in her scoring pass. And a bump out and recycle there by Van Winkelen. While Looslicht completes her scoring pass, but seems like Bogov also got out of the pack there on her initial, giving chase to Looslicht. Let's see if Looslicht picked up some points there. Yes, one more point picked up at the end of that jam. 5 points in total in that jam. 0 for Golden City. And we move on to the next jam where we will have Fear Pressure facing off against Grimjaw. We have some jammer on jammer action before Grimjaw hits the wall at the back. We can hear a no pack signaling. So the Golden City blockers had to let Fear Pressure go. Fear Pressure picks up lead. And Grimjaw still fighting in the back of that pack, being recycled there by Gillyweed with the jammer cover in hand. 4 points picked up there by Fear Pressure. And it looks like there's been a star pass to Diablo. Very smooth star pass. And a very beautiful offense from Rotterdam, giving open inside line for Fear Pressure to pick up 4 more points and call off the jam before Diablo could score any. Next up, we have Slamela Anderson facing off against Yaya. All the blockers on the track, 4-4 on the track again. And the jam is on, but both jammers taking a second to figure it out. Yaya there on the inside line. Gets bumped out, however. Slamela Anderson at the same time also gets bumped out. Yaya pushing at the front with 2 to beat. Slamela fighting at the back against a tripod. And Yaya being recycled there. Some really strong defense by both teams, making it really hard for these jammers. Slamela tries to twirl around, and it's Yaya at the front who managed to escape first, picking up lead jammer status. Looks like there has been a star pass to Iron Tyrant, completing the initial pass for Golden City. Yaya is in scoring position right now. Gets bumped out. And look at that, on the inside line, Iron Tyrant passing the Rotterdam defense, picking up 4 points, even though she is not the lead jammer. Actually, she's a pivot turn jammer, and she's doing an amazing job at picking up points for Golden City right now. We have Yaya being bumped out again. And recycled, but still back now, fighting in the front. Making use of that extra space there in the corner to pass on the outside. Picks up 4 more points and calls off the jam. Also, 3 more points scored there by the Iron Tyrants. So we have a total of 6 points scored there by Golden City Rollers and 4 points for Rotterdam. So this is actually a steal. 7 points even for Golden City. Really good jam for Golden City Rollers. Looslicht facing off against BB Skate. Looslicht at the front, picking up lead very quickly. BB Skate gets recycled, but passes there on the outside. Initial pass complete, while Looslicht does a beautiful twirl and picks up 4 points. Looslicht deciding to run the jam a little bit, as BB Skate is still in the back, but also on a scoring pass. Beautiful twirl there, making use of the corner, and picks up 4 more points. The crowd is loving it. Looslicht also in scoring position, now calling it off before BB Skate can score more points. 7 points for Rotterdam in that jam, 4 points for the Golden City Rollers. 227 points for the Honeys and 42 points for the Golden City Rollers. Yeah, Fear Pressure facing off against Bug Off. Both jammers in the back. Bug Off in the back, twirls around, tries to break open that tripod formation. And lead jammer status is picked up by Fear Pressure. Bug Off still at the back. Being recycled there by S Terminate as Fear Pressure is at the front picking up 4 points. Now coming in for their second scoring pass. Bug Off making it out of her initial. However, a penalty being called there. Cut track penalty for Bug Off, making this a power jam for Rotterdam. Now we can see the offense coming in to help Fear Pressure, picking up those points. But Golden City is not going to make this too easy for them. 4 points picked up by Fear Pressure right now. Already 12 points on the board for Rotterdam in this jam. And they are coming back for more. Beautiful shirt whip there off of Exterminate. 4 more points being picked up. And both jammers now back on the track. Fear Pressure on the outsides. So as 2-2 beats. Pushing at the front. Bug Off pushing at the back. Twirling around. And looks like one skate there went out of bounds with that pass for Bug Off. So this is another cut track penalty for Bug Off, making this another power jam. However, jam comes to its natural conclusion, and Rotterdam will start the next jam with a power start. 20-point jam for the Honeys. Very big jam. And Golden City is going to use this time to call a timeout. Very good timing for a timeout. Of course, we have the jammer for Golden City in the box. This might give her a little rest so that she can start the next jam with full energy. So we already saw a full day of Derby today, but I hope that you still have some energy left inside of you to cheer. So who's cheering for Golden City Rollers? And do we also have some people cheering for the home team, the Honeys? And did you know that there is an official right now, Trick Snapshot, who's officiating his 400th game today? Give it up for Trick. We are loving this team support from Golden City, from the bench, sending love to the players on the track. Of course, this is a power start for Yaya, who makes quick work of that back, passing on the inside, picking up lead jammer status, now coming in for their first scoring pass. You can see Rotterdam setting up for some sort of offense. Offense being put in motion. However, a bump out and recycle there. And now at the front, Yaya fighting against 2 blockers, being hit out and recycled by Diablo. Looks like Bug Off back on track with the star in hand. Recycled there. Recycled by Cherry Bomb, but actually she did not go behind Cherry Bomb. So this is another track cut penalty and another power jam for Rotterdam. Yaya fighting at the front. Up against Diablo. And Bully Beef makes it out and picks up 4 points. 8 points already on the board for this jam. And we can see a juke. Yaya trying to pass on the outside, but again gets bumped out there by Diablo. Who's doing a great job making the Jammer's life miserable this game. Grimjow now took the star from Bug Off, so this has been a star pass to complete that initial. A little jammer to jammer communication, and Yaya decides to call off the jam before Grimjow can score any points. Next up, we have Slamela Anderson up against Looslicht. Empty penalty box. But just as I say that, of course, a penalty gets called. Looslicht picking up leads. And a star pass, very quick and effective star pass there from Golden City to Gold Tyrant. And actually a point stolen there by the Golden City Jammer. 2 points picked up there by Looslicht. So 2-1 jam. Score now being 260 points for Rotterdam and 44 points for Golden City Rollers. We have BB Skate for this next jam up against Fear Pressure. And a pack advantage actually for Golden City, one of the Rotterdam blockers being in the penalty box. However, it is Fear Pressure pushing at the front, picking up lead jammer status. BB Skate not far behind though. Rotterdam blocker setting up to do some offense for Fear Pressure to make this scoring pass a little bit easier for them. BB Skate tried to steal some points at the end of that jam, but Fear Pressure caught up the jam in time, 0-0, so no points scored for either team. And now we are going to move on to the next jam with Bremer jamming for Rotterdam and Bug Off for Golden City. Bremer at the front, tiptoeing around the outside, but will have to recycle. Big hit and fall there by Bug Off, but she gets right back up. Both jammers kind of having a similar style, but it's Bremer who breaks out first, picking up lead jammer status. Bug Off in the back, trying to tiptoe on the inside, but gets bumped out and recycled by Whipping Red Siren. Bremer picking up 4 points. Now coming back for more. And another recycle there by Whipping Red Siren, making the life of Bug Off miserable. Star in hand right now for Golden City Jammer. But the Golden City Pivot having to act as a bridge to make sure that her teammates can block Bremer at the front. Bremer breaks free, picking up 4 more points, and Bug Off right behind her, using a star stash to get through that initial pass. Bremer backwards through the pack, picking up 3 more points. 11-point jam there. Now we will have Grimjow against Low Slit. 4-on-4 with the blockers on the track right now. Some offense being done there from the start by Iron Mist, but it's actually Grimjow who kind of makes use of that offense to pass and pick up lead jammer status. Low Slit with Star in hand only has 1 to beat and also makes it out of her initial. Grimjow now on a scoring pass, trying to hit that tripod right in the middle. Sliding by on the inside, picking up 4 points and calling off the jam, holding the Rotterdam jammer scoreless. A really good jam there for the Golden City. And we have an official timeout right now. So let's give a huge thank you to our sponsor of today. That's Sucker Punch Skate Shop. Sucker Punch Skate Shop, a store in Ghent selling derby-related items like gear and skates, but also many other things. So check out Sucker Punch Skate Shop. Refs are getting back into position to move on to this next jam. We have Slamela Anderson against Fear Pressure. And again, empty penalty box. Really seems like this game is a lot less penalty heavy than the previous 2 games. We love to see it. Obviously, the most exciting when all blockers are available on the track. And another lead right now for Golden City. Slamela Anderson hyping up the crowd. Rightfully so. Fear Pressure out on their initial pass. Slamela Anderson in the back. Picking up 3 points and calling off the jam before Fear Pressure could score any points. And Golden City Rollers now passing the 50-point mark with 51 points on the boards. Very excited about that. And there's a timeout. Timeout being called by Rotterdam right now. Of course, the last 2 jams, Golden City had lead, so a very strategic timeout. We still have 4 minutes of gameplay left in this game. So after this game, there actually will be an after party held at 6:30 p.m. at Stadshaven Brewery. So if you want to party with these awesome skaters, it's only a 15-minute walk and it's close to public transport on Marconiplein. So go to the after party and party with your favorite skaters. Timeout is over and we will have BB Skate facing off against Yaya. And the jam is on. Yaya passing Hurst, leading their initial pass very quickly. BB Skate still stuck in the back. Yaya completing their scoring pass. Looked like BB Skate completed her initial pass, but actually picked up a penalty. So this is now a power jam for Yaya. Yaya only having 2 to beat at the front, but gets bumped out. And Diablo tries to recycle, but is being met with Iron Mist, who hits her to the ground. 4 points, 3 points picked up actually there because of a no pass, no penalty by Yaya. Who is now coming in for another pass. Is being met by Baba Yaka. And we'll have to try that pass again. BB Skate now back on track. Completes her initial. Yaya completing their scoring pass. Bringing their score to 11 points in total on that jam. And we have another official review. So I will come back with more information in a little bit. So Golden City requested an illegal contact penalty on the white jammer, but there was no impact observed, so the no call will stand. And Golden City will lose their official review. But with only so little time left in the game, it's always smart to try and get an official review because you never know, you might win it. We have Buggoff against Looslicht. Looslicht picking up lead jammer status very quickly. Buggoff in the back. Actually bumping out Looslicht for a second there. But she's quick to recover and is continuing on in her scoring pass. Bogov still trying to pass for her initial. And we have a penalty for Rotterdam. So slight back advantage here for Golden City. Bogov pushing really hard at the front, now getting some offense. And making it out on her initial. Looslicht decides to call off the jam before Bogov can score any points. 2 points picked up in that jam. Widening that gap in the score between the two teams. But really, the score does not reflect the actions that we see here on the track today. Both teams having great defense, both teams having very talented, explosive jammers. And now we have Fear Pressure against Grimjow. Fear Pressure pushing at the back, Grimjow being hit out and recycled there. Having to compete with two blockers, but passing on the outside. But Fear Pressure already picked up lead jammer status. Both jammers now out of the pack in scoring position. But it's Fear Pressure who reaches the pack first. Meets that Golden City tripod at the front. 2 to beat. Grimjow also in a scoring pass. Gets bumped out and recycled there by Cherry Bomb. Fear Pressure at the front. Up against Susie Quattro and Dolly Spartan. Makes it out, picks up 4 points. And comes back for more, while Grimjow has been absorbed in the back. Now making it out. Also picking up points. 4 points on the board for Grimjow. Fear Pressure going to continue this jam, running it long. This will be most likely the last jam of the game. Probably the reason why Rotterdam is running this one long. And beautiful hit out there. Period clock is over, so Fear Pressure calls off that jam. 16 points scored there, bringing their score to 300 points against Golden City Roller, 55 points. Like I said, big score differential, but still a very exciting game. Both teams gave it their all today. Let's wait until the score becomes official. And then, of course, you can come to the side of the track to give all your favorite players a high five, because they deserve it. They all worked very hard today, and there were 3 very spectacular games played today. And with that, the score is final. More points have been put on the board for the Golden City Rollers. 58 points for the Golden City Rollers against 300 points for Rotterdam. Go and high five the players. Have a nice evening, have some food, go to sleep, and then the next day you can watch more roller derby in Utrecht if you want. Have a nice evening.